Good evening. This is Elinor Fleishman again from Fayetteville, North Carolina. I'd like to discuss that I'm a mother of 3 grown children and how different they all are, and a little bit about each of their histories and why they're so vastly different from one another. My firstborn was a girl. She's 29 years old and she currently lives in California. Her name is Andrea Lauren Sarvetnik. Okay. She was born in New Jersey back in 1984, and the reason she ended up in California is that she wanted to go to college out west. So she went to San Diego State. And I believe that she decided to stay there after college, even though she did some foreign traveling to South America, to Mexico, to Argentina, various places out of our country. My next child that was born is a boy. His name is Scott David Sarvetnik, and he's 26 years old, and him and Andrea are full-blooded siblings from the same parents. I was their mother and their father. I'll leave him anonymous, but we ended up getting a divorce. The marriage fell apart, and we had irreconcilable differences. Now, usually children that grow up in a divorced background end up having many problems psychologically and emotionally throughout their lifetime, and this is very obvious with Andrea and Scott. They were very much brainwashed during their formative years against me due to the family court judge's decision from the custody battle, and they ended up growing up with their father, and they never got to see me, even though they spoke to me on the long-distance phone calls. And subsequently, I remarried. I moved to North Carolina, where I married a haberdasher, a businessman, and I had my 3rd child with him. And he was raised by me for 20 years. He's currently 20 years old. He still lives at home with me. Unfortunately, his father is deceased, and he's a very loving, caring individual who has a heart of gold, who's very insightful, who has a gentle temperament and a gentle nature. As long as you don't rock the boat or press too many buttons about me, with him, because then he'll come to my defense right away. I love him dearly. I want him to get into the music and entertainment industry, hopefully with Neil Diamond's help or advice. And he's a regular pianist. He is a genius, my son. He's a musical genius. His name is Fleishman. Anyway, he doesn't have any contact, unfortunately, with his older half siblings, Andrea and Scott Sarvetnik. They are not just geographically challenged, but they are so different in their mindset and their mentalities and their personalities that I doubt that Ovadia would really want to interact with them the way they currently are and the way they've behaved towards him. They've neglected him all of his life. They've abandoned me, their biological mother. Their stepmother, her name was Kyle Sarvetnik, and she died at age 56 in New Jersey. And they thought that she was their mother, even though there were a number of maids, 1 or 2 of them Hispanic, and they were very nice. One of them, by the way, was named Zoila Aguilar, and she was a fill-in for a while, and I spoke to her on the phone, and she sent me several pictures of my children during the time that she worked for the Sarvetnik family in New Jersey. And that was a way or a vehicle for my third child, Rovadya, to see pictures of his half-sister and half-brother, so he could realize, as he got older and grew up, that they really exist. So someday, maybe he'll be able to interact with them as they all age in their adult lives. This I will leave up to the Almighty, to the Omnipotent, to reunite all three at some point. I don't know if there'll ever be a family reunion, but, you know, I always keep hope alive. I'm always hopeful, and I always have an eye to the future, and I've raised my son, Ovadia Fleishman, to have an eye to the future. Never look back. Don't live in the past, and have perseverance and be a survivor like I am, and it'll stand you in good stead. Anyway, tonight I'm wearing a yellow sweater blouse. The other night, when I did the addendum to my first one with Neil Diamond, I was wearing like, I guess you could say like a rose color or like a dark pink or fuchsia color sweater blouse. Anyway, it depends on my mood what colors I wear, just like Neil Diamond's mood when he'd go before an audience. You know, he would decide at the last minute what costume or what shirt to wear. So he would stand out on the stage, and I'm trying to make my debut and stand out from many other people on the YouTube channel, on this website. Okay, it's about 1 a.m. Sunday, November 3rd, early in the morning, but very late for me. And I plan to go to sleep and hopefully have some very sweet dreams. And I dream big most of the time. And let's hope I get many viewers from this latest video that I've just made on my webcam. Okay, thank you again, America. And thank you, people around the world and all of the 7 continents. And I'll be, checking in from time to time. Good night.